Welcome, friends. 55th Sarga. We have finished studying of third Utpatthi Prakaranam of Leelopakhyanam of Sri Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana. Not one or two. So many sublime knowledges are revealed. Yeah, they are heavy, but they are heavily helpful also. Yeah, they take time for us to digest, but we have to give that time. They need lots of thought to be given, contemplation. What else we have to do than this to gain the knowledge which redeems us all from all bondages? You know, as we study the Shastras or grow in age, our wisdom should grow as to what is to be learnt. For that, what efforts we have to put, which helps us. No more continuing to live in a confused life or a pakka life of giving value to the valueless things, for the trivial things, for the insignificant things. The most significant is our liberation. And how do we get it? Through the jnanam, theoretical and practical. So theoretical jnanam we keep on adding to through our shastra sravanadhenam. Practical sadhanas we do to the extent we can. That's how. Stick to this type of life rather than the old earlier routine life of living under ignorance, delusions, attachments, identifications. Think about it. Today we'll start the 56th Sarga. In that, the Raja Viduratha leaving the Sharira and going back to Raja Padma Sharira en route to Yamaloka, these things are told to us. So, this text Yoga Vasishtha 6-7 बार पढ़ो ना तो entire Jiva Gati, posthumous, all of that we thoroughly understand. In this also, this Jiva which is going through all these Gatis, is he ultimately real? No, he is not even real also. The Brahman alone is real. That also is revealed to us. Okay. Now let us see. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yairime Gurubihi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakhyatah Sarva Vedantaha Satchastraha Tan Nityam Pranatosmyaham. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Om Nidhaye Nai. Om Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tat Tulyam Ramanama Varanane. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrusham Tattvamasyaadi Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tannamami Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidyacharya Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha Sri Vaashishtha Vishwamitra Valmiki Vedavyasa Vamadeva Narada Sri Saraswati Matwadi Sri Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana Shastranam Acharyebhyo Namaha Sankalpaha Tesham Sarvesham Krupanugrahena Upanishad Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayanoktha Brahmatmaikya Asmin Kshane Eva Moksha Kaivalya Praptyartham Shruti Smriti Purane Ityasa Santavangmayokta Sadhya Sadhananubhava Siddhyartham तत्रोक्तर्षमुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रतिभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थमनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयोगे श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं। ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ ससदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं। तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणे लीलोपाख्याने नारायण मरणशयनानंतर व्यवस्था वर्णनं नाम मरणशयन अनंतर व्यवस्था वर्णनं नाम षट्पञ्चाशत्तम सर्गः 56th सर्ग। ओके, the name of the sarga is Marana Shayana Anantara Vyavastha. See, Marana so far in the earlier shlokas is said to be Murcha. Now it is called as Shayana. Therefore it is either Murcha or Shayana, but actually there is no Marana at all. After that, what is the Vyavastha? What is the whole process? Vyavastha means process, yeah, of the Jiva, here particularly the Raja Viduratha. The sublime knowledge about Jiva Gati and Samsara Gati, then at the Vesti Samashti level, all of that has been discussed in that 55 Sarga. Now what happens after one leaves the Sharira, that comes in this chapter. In general for everyone, but one sample of Raja Viduratha is given to us. So these knowledges help us to plan what to do in this life, so that hereafter we are well placed, better placed. मस्त मस्त ये है शास्त्रों का मेरा ज्ञान बहुत मदद करने वाला। सो मरण शयन अनंतर व्यवस्था वर्णनम। Like every sarga, let us make a chanting of this before we start studying one by one shloka. Om अथ षट्पञ्चाशत्तमः सर्गः श्री वसिष्ठ उवाच ओम एतस्मिन् एक मिनट अंतरे एतस्मिन्नन्तरे राजा परिवृत्ताक्षितारकः बभूवैकतनुप्राण शेषः शुष्कसिताधरः जीर्णपर्णसवर्णावः क्षीणपाण्डुमुखच्छविः भृङ्गध्वनितसच्छाय श्वासकूजाविकूर्णितः महामरणमूर्च्छान्ध कूपे निपतिताशयः अन्तर्लीन निःशेष नेत्रादीन्द्रियवृत्तिमान् चित्रन्यस्त इवाकार मात्रदृश्यो विचेतनः निस्पन्द सर्वावयव कीर्ण इवोपले बहुनात्र किमुक्तेन तनुदेशेन तं जहौ प्राणः पिपतिषुं वृक्षं स्वं पक्षीवान्तरिक्षगः ते तं ददृशतुर्बाले दिव्यदृष्टिनभोगतं जीवं प्राणमयी संवित् गन्धलेशमिवानिले सा जीवसंवित् गगने वातेन मिलिता सती खे दूरं गन्तुमारेभे वासनानुविधायिनी तामेवानुससाराथ स्त्रीद्वयं जीवसंविदं भ्रमरीयुगलं वात लग्नां गन्धकलामिव ततो मुहूर्तमात्रेण शान्ते मरणमूर्च्छने अम्बरे बुबुधे संवित् गन्धलेखेन वायुना अपश्यत्पुरुषान् याम्यान् नीयमानं च तैर्वपुः बन्धुपिण्डप्रदानेन शरीरं जातमात्मनः मार्गे कर्मफलोल्लासम् अतिदूरतरे स्थितं वैवस्वतपुरं प्राप जन्तुभिः परिवेष्टितं प्राप्तं वैवस्वतपुरम् आदिदेश ततो यमः अस्य कर्माणि अशुभ्राणि नैव सन्ति कदाचन नित्यमेवावदातानां कर्तायं शुभकर्मणां भगवत्याः सरस्वत्याः वरेणायं विवर्धितः प्राक्तनोऽस्य शवीभूतः देहोऽस्ति कुसुमाम्बरे प्रविशत्वेषतं गत्वा त्यज्यतामिति चेतसा ततस्त्यक्तो नभो मार्गे यन्त्रोपल इव च्युतः अथ जीवकला लीला ज्ञप्तिश्चेति त्रयं नवः पुप्लुवे जीवलेखा तु रूपिण्यौ तेन पश्यते तामेवानुसरन्त्यौ ते समुल्लङ्घ्य नभस्थलं लोकान्तराण्यतीत्याशु विनिर्गत्य जगद्गृहात् द्वितीयं जगदासाद्य भूमण्डलमुपेत्य च ते द्वे सङ्कल्परूपिण्यौ सङ्गते जीवलेखया पद्मराजपुरं प्राप्य लीलान्तःपुरमण्डपं क्षणात् विविशतुः स्वैरं वातलेखा यथाम्बुजं सूर्यभासो यथाम्भोजं सुरभिः पवनं यथा श्रीराम उवाच ब्रह्मन् प्राप्तः कथमसौ शवस्य निकटं गृहं कथं तेन परिज्ञातः मार्गो मृतशरीरिणा श्रीवसिष्ठ उवाच तस्य स्ववासनान्तस्थ शवस्य किल राघव तत्सर्वं हृद्गतं कस्मात् नासौ प्राप्नोति तद्गृहम् भ्रान्तिमात्रमसङ्ख्येयं जगज्जीवकणोदरे वटधानातरुमिव स्थितं को वा न पश्यति यथा जीवद्वपुर्बीजम् अङ्कुरं हृदि पश्यति स्वभावभूतं चिदणुः त्रैलोक्यनिचयं तथा नरो यथैकदेशस्थो दूरदेशान्तरस्थितं सम्पश्यति निधानं स्वं मनसा नारतं सदा तथा स्ववासनान्तस्थम् अभीष्टं परिपश्यति जीवो जातिशताढ्योऽपि भ्रमे परिगतोऽपि सन् श्रीराम उवाच भगवन् पिण्डदानादि वासनारहिता कृतिः कीदृक् सम्पद्यते जीवः पिण्डो यस्मै न दीयते श्रीवसिष्ठ उवाच पिण्डोऽथ दीयते मा वा पिण्डो दत्तो मयेति चेत् वासना हृदि संरूढा तत्पिण्डफलभाङ्नरः यच्चित्तं तन्मयो जन्तुः भवतीत्यनुभूतयः सदेशेषु विदेहेषु न भवत्यन्यथा क्वचितो स पिण्डोऽस्मीति संवित्या निष्पिण्डोऽपि स पिण्डवान् निष्पिण्डोऽस्मीति संवित्या स पिण्डोऽपि न पिण्डवान् यथा भावनमेतेषां पदार्थानां हि सत्यता भावना च पदार्थेभ्यः कारणेभ्य उदेतिः यथा वासनया जन्तोर् विषमप्यमृतायते असत्यः सत्यतामेति पदार्थो भावनात् तथा कारणेन विनोदेति न कदाचित् कस्यचित् भावना काचिदपि नः इति निश्चयवान् भव कारणेन विना कार्यम् महाप्रलयं क्वचित् न दृष्टं न श्रुतं किञ्चित् स्वयं त्वेकोदयादृते चिदेव वासना सैव धत्ते स्वप्नैवार्थतां कार्यकारणतां याति सैवागत्येव तिष्ठति श्रीराम उवाच धर्मो नास्ति ममेत्येव यः प्रेतो वासनान्वितः तस्य चेत् सुहृदा भूरिः धर्मः कृत्वा समर्पितः तत्तदात्र स किं धर्मः नष्टः स्यादुत वा न वा सत्यार्थावाप्य सत्यार्थ भावना किं बलाधिका श्रीवसिष्ठ उवाच देशकालक्रियाद्रव्य सम्पत्त्योदेति भावना यत्रैषाभ्युदिता सा स्यात् सद्वयोरधिको जयी धर्मधातुः प्रवृत्ता चेत् वासना तत्तया क्रमात् आपूर्यते प्रेतमतिः न चेत् प्रेतधिया शुभा एवं परस्परजयात् जयत्यत्रातिवीर्यवान् तस्मात् शुभेन यत्नेन शुभाभ्या समुदाहरेत् श्रीराम उवाच देशकालादिना ब्रह्मन् वासना समुदेति चेत् तन्महाकल्पसर्गादौ देशकालादयः कुतः कारणे समुदेतीदं तैस्तदा सहकारिभिः सहकारिकारणानाम् अभावे वासना कुतः श्रीवसिष्ठ उवाच एवमेतत् महाबाहो सत्यात्मन्न कदाचन महाप्रलयसर्गादौ देशकालौ न कौचन सहकारिकारणानाम् अभावे सति दृश्यते हि नेयमस्ति न चोत्पन्ना न च स्फुरति काचन दृश्यस्यासम्भवादेव किञ्चित् यद्दृश्यते त्विदं तद्ब्रह्मैव स्वचिद्रूपं स्थितमित्थमनामयम् एतच्चाग्रे युक्तिशतैः कथयिष्याम एव ते एतदर्थं प्रयत्नोऽयं वर्तमानकथां शृणु एवं ददृशतुः प्राप्ते मन्दिरं सुन्दरोदरं कीर्णं पुष्पोपहारेण वसन्तमिव शीतलं प्रशान्ताचारसंरम्भ राजधान्या समन्वितं मन्दारकुन्दमाल्यादि शवं तत्र समं स्थितम् मन्दारकुन्दस्रग्धाम वृत्ताम्बरबृहत्शवं शवशय्याशिरस्थाग्र्य पूर्णकुम्भादिमङ्गलम् अनिवृत्तगृहद्वार गवाक्षकठिनार्गलं प्रशाम्यद्दीपकालोक श्यामलामलभिक्तिकं गृहैकदेशसंसुप्त मुखश्वास समीकृतम् सम्पूर्णचन्द्रसकलोदयकान्तिकान्तं सौन्दर्यनिर्जितपुरन्दरमन्दिरर्थी वैरिञ्च पद्ममुकुलान्तरचारुशोभं निःशब्दमन्दमिव निर्मलमिन्दुकान्तम् इत्यार्षे श्रीवासिष्ठमहारामायणे वाल्मीकिये उत्पत्तिप्रकरणे लीलोपाख्याने मरणशयनानन्तर प्रेतव्यवस्था नाम षट्पञ्चाशः सर्गः श्रीराम जय जय राम 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 श्रीराम शरणं मम श्रीरामायण शरणं मम श्रीवसिष्ठ शरणं मम श्रीविश्वामित्र शरणं मम श्रीवाल्मीकि शरणं मम श्रीव्यासा शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीसरस्वती शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम श्रीराम शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम. So what happened to this Raja Viduratha is equal to what happens to every one of us. when the body is left. So as the exhaustive discussion about Jivagati, Samsaragati was happening between Mother Saraswati and Leela. Leela was going on asking questions. Sri Vasishthaji telling Rama. Now, Leela Saraswati Samvada has come from Rama Vasishtha Samvada. So, Vasishthaji is telling Rama, Sri Vashtavacha, Etasmin Antare, in the meanwhile, in the meantime, Raja, that Raja Viduratha, Parivritta Akshitarakaha, his eyes have totally gone closed. So, Parivritta Akshi means absolutely motionless, the eyes have become. Then, Babhuva Ekatanu Prana Sheshaha. Was a very micro level of prana was there in him. His ont adharaha, shushka, dried up, sita have become pale. So the eyes have become spandarahita, little of prana, almost away any moment it is going to leave as if. Then the ont pure dried up, shushka, sita, pale color. Then Jirna Parna Sa Varna Abhaha. His entire body was like the Jirna Parna Savarna, like a dried leaf only. The color, that paleness comes, no? When the leaf is dried. Every leaf, when it gets dried, that greenness goes away. The color is common only. Sare Suke Patti ek hi tarah hote. So, Jirna Parna Savarna Abha. Then Kshina Pandu Mukha Chavihi. On the Mukha, all the Chavi, Tejas life, which was there, that also gone away. That Kshina ho gaya Mukha Chavi ka, that also now in the Pandu Rupa. Pandu Rupa means pale form. You all have heard this, no? When the person is alive, the Jiva Kala is there. And somebody when is going to go away, die, we see Preta Kala. In that person, he is just about to leave only. So in this way, his face also totally dried away, became the paler. So all the indriyas also become absolutely non-functional. Okay. And then what about his inhaling and exhaling happening? Ki bhrungadhvanita sachaya shwasa kuja vikurnitaha. The shwasa is making that little sound like the bhavaneka sound, at the time of death sound ऐसा ही होता है. So that bhavaneka saman, the sound was happening of his very pale inhale, exhale, that is happening. So then Mahamarana Murcha Andhakope Nipatita Ashaya. His inner Antakarna has succumbed into or gone into or overpowered by or entered into or dissolved into the Mahamarana Murcha. That just now I am going to die, I am going to leave this body. That's called Mahamarana. Everyday Marana is at the time of Nidra. Mahamarana is this leaving the body once for all, which is not Marana as per this text. It's only a Murcha. That he becomes just unconscious for some time, leaves this body and gets consciousness, enters into another body. There were in between Murcha hai bas ye, koi maran ki baat hi nahi. And another Murcha, when he enters other body, all that he forgets. Murcha mein forgetfulness hota hai. He leaves this body, but which is the next one he's going to get, he doesn't know. That's why it's a Murcha. Once he gets that, he enters into that, identify with that and forgets all the earlier one. That's why Murcha. So, Mahamarana Murcha Andhakupe Nipatita Ashaya. In the deep kuwa of now I am dying, dying, dying. Into that his thought flow was there. In that thought was his mind. Then Antar Nilina Nishesha Netradi Indriya Vrittiman. All the Indriyas have become Antarlina. So they are all merging in the mind. Mind along with the Jiva Bhava leaves this Sharira. Like in Gita and all we see now, Vair Gandha Nivasyat, Srotram Chakshusparshanam cha Rasanam Granam cha Adhishtaya Manaschayo. Then this leaves the body and goes. So all his indriyas have gone inside into the mind. Therefore, can't see with eyes, can't see, listen with ears. स्पर्शादि भी पूरा उनके रुक गए हैं. Then, in that way, he has seen now Antarlina Nishesha Netra Indriya Vrittimano. For Chitra Nyastiva Akara Matra Drushya. His form is now like a painting painted on a painting sheet. चित्र न्यस्त इव आकार मात्र दृश्य. पेंटिंग में जो किसी का पेंट कर, दैट फेलो लुक्स टू बी देयर बट इट डजंट मूव. देयरफॉर विचेतनः, दैट चेतना हैज गॉन विगत, विगत चेतना कॉल्ड विगत जीव हो गया. देन निस्पंद सर्व अवयवः, all the avayava spandana also slowly stopped. One by one faculties, फैक्ट्री का सायरन बजकर मेन स्विच बंद होते हैं, धीरे धीरे like each of the machinery stops functioning. Same was happening to him. Nispanda sarva avayavaha. Then some utkirna upale. Finally, he is like a statue only on a stone. On a stone, when you sculpture a statue, how it looks like, he was like that. Finally, bahunatra kimuktena. What is there more to talk about? Tanu deshena tam jahau. That he just left that sharira. Tanu deshena tam jahau pranaha. So the pranas have left that sharira. How? Pipatishum vruksham swam pakshi iva antarikshagaha. Like the pakshi who was till then was on the tree, the branch, moving only on the branch. Now just want to fly in the sky. How it leaves that branch? Udta hai. So that tree is the sharira. है ना? Dvasuparna Sayija Sakaya Samanam Vruksham Parishasya. So that Jiva Pakshi who was holding on to the tree of the sharira has just left like the Pakshi wants to udo in the Akasha, leaves the tree. The prana has left. So Bahunatra Kimuktena Tanudeshena Tam Jaho Pranaha Vipatishum Ruksham Swam Pakshiva Antarikshagaha. So in that way, the prana along with that jiva left this sharira. The most important thing is what? Te tam dadrushatur bale. These both Saraswati and Leela could see that jiva leaving that sharira. प्राण के साथ जीव जो इंडिविजुअलिटी है ना छोड़ के जा रहा है, दे कुड सी द जीवा लिविंग. दो सो टू इवन नाउ देयर आर महायोगीस, दे नो द जीवा लिविंग एंड द जीवा विदाउट शरीर आल्सो दे कैन सी. सम ऑफ देम दे कैन इंटरैक्ट. सो मेनी थिंग्स दैट सटल हैपन एंड नथिंग रॉन्ग इन इट. कोई घबराने की बात तो है ही नहीं. दैट इज हाउ द जीवों का प्रयाण चलता रहता है. सो ते तम ददृशतु बाले. Those both of them could see that. How? Divya Drushti. So they have that Divya Drushti to see. Divya Drushti. Te tam dadushatur bale Divya Drushti namogatam. So tam namogatam te bale Divya Drushti dadushatuhu. How? Jivam pranamayi samvito gandaleshamiva anile. So, just like the pure consciousness through the nostrils smells the smells around that way, they are also in that sukshmati sukshma sthiti. Na? Therefore, both of them also are able to see that jiva living. Then what happened? Sa jiva samvit. That jiva samvit means that jiva bhava, individuality, which is not yet merged in the pure conscious self. And because of the ignorance and still vasanas, avidya, samskara, that jiva samvita gagane, in the space, vatena milita sati, along with the winds there as if. Khe Duram Gantumareve in the Akasha started moving Deru. And in which direction? Who is guiding it is Vasana Anuvidhayini. According to the Vasanas of that particular uh, Jiva Samvit. Okay. Then where he goes to Yamaloka, then what Yama does decide for him, and then how he goes. And these two are following him and having entered to the Raja Padma Sharira. What happens? This is what is there in this and next Sarga. Only to hint to us that this is how is our Jivagati. Understand it intellectually. Then, when we ourselves, like Leela, go beyond Sthula Sharira and enter into Ativahika Deha by following the guidance given by Saraswati or any of our gurus, Saraswati Mata, we also in the Ativahika Deha can see our own Nishkramanam and Urdhagamanam. We can see the other Jivas also. So, that is a Sukshma astral Drushti, the subtle Drushti, whatever you call it, you are able to visualize. Yoga Sthitis. Nahi to, that yoga sthiti is not there, but we leave the body and we travel as per our vasanas, go to Yamaloka, then he decides to send us where according to our karma. The other one is by living here only on this loka, in this loka, realize the Aham Brahmasmi, then everything is mithya, no janma marana, no loka loka gamanam. Other one is do all the uttama punya karma, then again go to Yamaloka, there you will be taken into the urdhva lokas. This is how these knowledges, when we study more, think about more, keep them in our mind more, then rise above, transcend above these Stula Sharira Tadatma and only this Laukika Vyavahara, then we are evolving. इसी जीवन का जो देखता है वो कम नजर वाला है. He who looks for even future lives, he is little wiser person. The one who talks about things about the transcendental reality is the wiser than the wisest. And the one who experiences that is liberated. So let us see that portion tomorrow. Thank you. Om Purnamadaha. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, वशिष्ठ भगवान की जय, सरस्वती मैया की जय, सब संतन की जय.